Good morning students, welcome to grammar session. Today I will explain adverbs. What is the meaning of adverbs, how many types of adverbs, how we can use it and in which way it can be used. So very first I explain what is adverb. Adverb adds something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective or another adverb. Adverbs are the words which add something to the meaning of adverb, an adjective or another adverb. How? Let me explain with example. He can run fast. Here the verb is run, so it is adding to a meaning to the verb run, fast. How he is running? Fast. So that's why add something of a verb. So adverb, this one will called adverb. Fast is here adverb because it is adding meaning something to the verb run. He is a very fast runner. Here adjective is runner. He is a runner, so adjective is runner. So here very fast is adding a meaning to the runner. How he is running or how he is running fast. So that time it is called very fast will be adding meaning to the runner adjective. So that's why it is adverb. Third, he can run quite fast. Here you can understand that fast is already an adverb. Fast is already an adverb and another adverb is using over here quite. So an adverb, it is adding something meaning to the adverb. Quite is adding meaning to the adverb. He is running fast, but slowly, fast or quietly, what is? So quite is here an adverb. So now you can understand then by this example that when a word which add meaning of a verb, of a adjective and of another adverb, that is called adverbs. Now how many types of adverbs are there? There are 5 types of adverbs. First, manner. Second, place. Third, time. 4, degree. And 5th, frequency. Now, manner, it says about how. He runs how. So it is fast. So fast will be here manner. Quietly, slowly, that is called manner. Place, it gives the answer of where. Where are you? I am on the upstairs, I am on the downstairs, here, there, whatever is given as a place name, that is called adverb. So place will be giving the answer of where. Time, time obviously when, on which time, 6 o'clock, tomorrow, today, these all says about the time. So when the time is given over there, that is called adverb of when. Now the degree, how much you complete your work, totally completed or completely, these all are the adverbs that which we used as a frequency, as a degree, adverb of degree. So adverb of degree gives the answer of how much. And the last is adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency gives the answer of how often. Means regularly, seldom, sometimes, every time, every day. This called frequency, it shows the frequency. So when the word shows about how, where, when, how much, how often, gives the answer of these all, that words are called adverbs. Remember students that all the words we can frame. Students, we can form adverbs in many from adjective. How? That I explain you. Formation of adverbs from adjective by adding ly. When we add ly to the verb, to the adjective careful, it will be carefully. We add ly and make it adverb. And the second example is glad. Glad will be gladly. Okay. Then by adding A-double-L-Y, just like that drastic. So here the adverb will be drastically. Okay. So we can form adverbs from the adjective. Sometimes by dropping LE and adding LY. In this word there is horrible. So LE is given there. So horrible in terrible, we will drop LE, we will remove LE and add LY. So it will be horribly and terribly. The next is by dropping Y and adding ILY, easily. Okay, so by these happily we can say. So these are the example that by adding ly we can make adverb. But remember students, every time by adding ly we cannot form the adverb of manner. Many words are there which are having ly but they are not adverb. Lovely, sleepily, okay, ugly. So these are not the adverb. Now I tell you that how the words can be adjective which are having ly, that are adjective and adverb also. If I say that he is wearing a ugly tie, so here ugly ly word is not adverb. Here it is work as a adverb, adjective. And if I say that my mother is a early riser, so here early is a adverb which I used in the sentence because it is adding ly but it is saying that when she is waking up. Okay. So that's why we can define both the adverb and adjective nicely by learning these all rules, that every time adjective, the words which is having ly in the end, that are not adverb. It depends on the use of their words. Now students, I will explain you that many of the times the two adverbs which are same, just like that lastly, hardly, but their use, when we use it in the sentence, that time their meanings will be different. Just that two forms of adverbs that have their different meanings. Just like I was breathing hard after I finished the race. Now here the meaning of hard is very difficult. I was breathing hard after I finished the race. So here the meaning will be very difficulty. Okay, to take the breathing is very difficulty. The next is that I hardly. This is also an adverb, hard. And this one is also adverb, hardly. I hardly visit them. Means scarcely, means almost not. I hardly visit them. So you will see that the words hard and hardly both are adverbs, but their meaning will be different. One more example I can give you, that he stood last in the row. So here it means that at the last, or the position was after all the students. And if I said that lastly I finished my work, so here means at the finally, the meaning will be finally. So the adverb last and lastly both are adverbs, but their meanings will be different. Okay. So we don't feel that the words are there, but it is giving the different meaning. It can be different as the use of the words. Now second thing, there are some more adverbs which we can use as a adverb, just like the use of so, such. Now first I am reading these examples, then I tell you that how. The book was so amusing. Her talk was so interesting. This is such an amusing book. She is such an interesting talker. Now here what you observe, that so I used, but after it was, there is an adjective. There is an adjective after it. This book was so amusing. Okay, her talk was so interesting. So here is adjective is given, and you will see that this is such an amusing book. After such I used noun. After such I used noun. She is such an interesting talker. So whenever we use so, that time we should remember that there should be adjective after it, and wherever we use such, that time there will be adverb. Okay, so these things we have to keep in mind when we are using so and such. Now I explain you that with this so that and such that also we can use in the sentence as a adverb. Now see that how we can use in the sentence so that and such that. So and such, you know very well that so will be used before adjective and such will be used before noun. Such an amusing book, such so interesting. Okay, so like this you can use so and such. Now here with that, so that and such that, how you will use in the sentence? She was so angry. Now here again you see that angry is here adjective and I use so before angry. That she hit him hard. So here so that use, you understood easily that so will be placed before adjective and then that will be in between to join the sentence. She was so angry that she hit him hard. Now the next is, it was such an interesting book that I couldn't put it down. It was such. Now here again mind it that such I used before noun. Here it was such an interesting book. Then again joining the sentence with that I couldn't put it down. So like these you can use so, such, so that and such that in the sentence. The main rule you have to remember is that only, that so will be used before adjective and such will be used before noun. Fine. Now see the use of quite and rather. Quite or rather, this shop is quite crowded today. This shop is very crowded today. Now here we can differ the meaning that quite and very. Quite is less than very. We use quite when we want to say less than very. So here quite is means ke there are crowd. The crowd is there in that shop. This shop is very crowded, means there are so many people. So it looks like there is very crowded today. So like this way we can use quite and rather. Now the second thing you have to keep in mind is that quite is used for the favorable comment and for the unfavorable comment we use rather. Favorable means positive comment or whatever in favor of it, when we are saying that time we use quite, and rather is used for unfavorable comment, but when we are not going for that opinion or comment, that time we can use rather. Secondly, that before, quite is used before a or n. Quite is used before a or n. It was quite a dull book. Now you can see that dull is here given and I used a is given there a dull and quite is I used before a. Okay, and then after a n, and rather is used after a or n. It was a rather cold day. Now here article is given a, so I used rather after it. So this is the main point that we can keep in our mind, that how we can use and how we can identify the sentence, and we can place quite and rather according to the sentence. So remember this all, that quite and very or quite and rather. Quite for favorable comment, rather is for unfavorable comment. Quite is used before an and rather is used after a or n. Now students, just like so, such, so that, quite, rather, we can also use fairly and to in the sentence. These will be also called adverb. The fairly is same like quite used for favorable comment, same like fairly is also used for favorable comment. Like she is fairly good at singing. So here the sentence is in favorable, so that's why we can say that we are using fairly. If you are using instead of it quite, then it will also be correct. She is quite good at singing. We generally say in our words. Okay. So fairly and quite are both are equal. The second thing is true and enough. In my last session, in a degree of comparison, I explained you true and enough also in the in that session. Now again we just remind it that to is used when the excess of some kind, when there are too much that thing, the excess of something is there, that time we use to. And enough is used for sufficient, when it is sufficient to for that quality, for that work is all also. Now see, it is too good to be true. Now here too, because it is excessive, it wants. This sentence required excessive permission. So it is said that it is too good to be true. And then he is strong enough to deal with any problems. Now here it is again enough is sufficient, that he is strong, he is sufficient, he is strong enough to deal with any problem. So accordingly we can use to and enough. Already I have explained you in my last sessions. Okay. Now adverbs is also having comparisons. They are also having comparisons. So comparison of adverbs can be just like that. Soon is given, so soon, sooner, soonest we use accordingly. And carefully is given, then I explained you that time also that when a word is having more than 2 syllables in a word, that time we use more and most for this adverbs or adjective. Okay, carefully, more carefully and most carefully. Again you see that carefully is having 3 syllables, K, A, E, U. These 3 syllables are given in this word. So that time we use more and most. We cannot say carefuler and carefulest. Okay, this is the wrong way. So beautiful and the interesting, these all words that are having more than 2 syllables, that are having more and most in the comparative way. Okay. Then the third is little, less and least. Little is adverb and the comparison will be less and least. Worse, worst, we can say this bad, worse, worst. So these are the adverbs which we can use in the comparative and superlative form. So now next I explain you about that the adverb of position. We don't know generally that where we place the adverb in the sentence. So adverb of position is very important, plays a very important role in the sentence that I tell you. Okay. Now the position of adverbs are very important in the sentence. We cannot place anywhere. Okay. Adverbs can be placed in the beginning, in the middle or in the end of the sentence. So how it is placed? Different adverbs are there. Manner, place, time, degree, frequency. There are so many adverbs. But how we can place in the sentence or where it is, that I explain you in this part. Fine. Now see, the adverbs of manner. Adverb of manner says about how the work is going on. Easily, he is the best runner in the Indian team. He is easily the best runner in the Indian team. He can beat any runner easily. Now in these 3 sentences you can understand that the manner or adverb of manner can be placed at the before sentence. Okay, before the sentence. Second, in the middle of the sentence, easily, he is easily the best runner, and at the last of the sentence, he can beat any runner easily. So adverb of manner you can place at the beginning, middle or at the end of the sentence, that you can put it. It depends on the sentence that where it is going properly. Fine. Now the second is adverb of place, that says about where the things are. Okay. They come after the verb. adverb of place always come after the verb. Like he lives in a city. In a city is adverb of place. In a city is a adverb of place. And lives is here the verb. So you have to remember that every time adverb of place will be placed after the place. Means ke after the verb. Okay. We can place after the verb. He lives in a city. So like these adverb of manner and adverb of place you can keep over there. Now the third one is adverb of time. It gives the answers of when. And we have to remember that adverb of time will come after adverb of place. You cannot place anywhere. Okay. Adverb of time will come always after adverb of place. Just like I go to school every day. Now here the place is school, adverb of place is school, and we placed the every day after the adverb of place. So this is the one way to write the adverb of time, to put adverb of time in the sentence. Secondly, we can use, sometimes adverb of time can come before the sentence. Tomorrow he will leave. Tomorrow I will come with you. Okay, at this time he is not here. So at the beginning we can place over here, not in the middle anywhere, but sometimes it can use before the sentence. It just we can use it anytime just in the according to the sentence. Now see, this is the adverb of time. Now the fourth point is that more than one adverbs in sentence. If there are more than one adverbs are given in the sentence, manner is given, place is given, time is given, then how will you place it? Just see, there is the form is manner plus place plus time, means that very first we will use manner, second we will use place, and third we will use time. He left quietly for his house at 6 p.m. Now here quietly is manner, adverb of manner. Then his house is adverb of place. And the third one is 6 p.m. that is adverb of time. So in this part I explain you that adverb of manner, place and time, how can you use in the sentence. Students, adverb of manner, adverb of place and time that you learn. Now next is adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency are the words after, before, often, seldom, never, ever. This says about how often. Okay, adverb of frequency says how often. So now how can we use it? After auxiliary and before main verb. If in the sentence, if there is auxiliary verb is given, that time this adverb of frequency will be placed after auxiliary verb. But if there is given the main verb is given, this will be placed before the main verb. How? Now see that he is often late. Often is a adverb of frequency and is the auxiliary verb. So if here is given, then we place adverb of frequency after the auxiliary verb. And if she always comes late, if in the sentence the main verb is given, comes here it is given, then it will be placed before the main verb. These things you have to remember, that auxiliary verb is given, then after it, and main verb is given, then before it. So adverb of frequency generally placed like this. Now the next is the adverb of degree. How much? Completely, totally, I told you that just it goes before the adjective or adverb that describe. It go whenever the adverb of degree in the sentence it is given, that time we have to remember that we will place adverb of degree before the adjective or adverb whatever they describing. Like I have quite finished my maths. So here I placed quite, And second, she is absolutely helpless in dealing with her son. Now absolutely I used before the helpless. Whatever adjective and adverb it is given, that we will place before it. So we have to remember this. One thing you have to keep in your mind, that if the verb consists of more than one word, the adverbs are placed after the first verb. Just like in this sentence we can say that have and finished, both are the verbs. Okay, so when the adverb of frequency, adverb of degree is having more than two words, that time what we will do? We will place after the first verb. Okay, these we have to remember. I have quite finished my maths. So here I placed quite after the first verb. So students, today I explain you that what is adverb. Adverbs which add meaning to the verb, to the adjective and to the adverb. Second, I explain you that how we can form the adverbs by adding ly, or sometimes we can drop the words and we use double ly. Okay, so this is the formation of adverb you learn today. And next, the manner, types of adverbs. How many types of adverbs? Manner, place, time, frequency and degree are there. Okay, and secondly, many adverbs are there. The use of so, such, so that, such that, quite, rather, fairly, to, enough. How you can use in the sentence that you know and learn today in this session. And finally, the main important part is the position of adverbs, that we have to remember always, otherwise the sentence framing will be wrong. So like these, according to these all rules, you can make the perfect sentence and you can use adverbs in the sentence. In my next session we will meet again. Till then, take care and goodbye.